Her body's gold like September. She burns through the night like an ember. And all those things we try forgetting, I remember. But we say we all fine, we all fine.
What's going on, guys? JHoyt back with you today. Today we're back on NHL 17 and we're back in Hockey Ultimate Team. And this time the guy in the background gets a little bit angry at the end of the game and ends up trying to desync the game. So while you guys are enjoying that, we're going to end up winning the game. Spoiler alert. And we've got some new players in the squad in this video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. But anyway, what I want to talk about today was the current state of NHL. Now, if you guys aren't aware, the new NHL game is coming out in 2 months? A couple months, whatever. And right now, it is probably the most boring time to be playing NHL. And it's kind of the same way with Call of Duty because the new one's coming out, you know, relatively soon. So, with NHL 17, obviously I still have the Hockey Ultimate Team, I still have the NHL clips, and those, I'm not saying I'm going to stop doing them, but I want to start doing something else. Now, back to NHL, I think it was 15, maybe it was 16, I started doing a BOGM series, and that was fun for the first little bit. The only reason I kind of kept that series going was because I thought I was going to make it past the first round of the playoffs, and I never did. So it kind of got stale after that, and I was debating all the time whether I should keep it going, but then finally I just said enough is enough. And I think the next game actually came out, which is why I stopped it. I'm not exactly 100% sure on that, but I stopped it. And back then, I really loved BGM series, and I was really enjoying making those videos. But right now in NHL 17, the GM mode is extremely boring. And obviously they have the franchise, what is it, owner mode, there we go. The owner mode where it adds in, you know, the budgets and the upgrades on stadiums and, you know, that type of stuff, which is cool. I love that they put a realistic factor into the game. The only thing is, once you experience it once, there's no real progression on it. There's no real, you know, fun thing to it. Like, that's a cool thing for, like, a one-time GM mode. Like, after the first year or first couple of years, if you're really serious about GM mode, you actually play the games, which I don't know many people that do, but if you actually do play the Be a GM games, then it might be a little bit more fun if you actually enjoy playing against the computers. But if you're a guy that loves to play online like I do, Be a GM mode isn't fun playing, you know, the actual games. It's more fun of, you know, trying to build that team from the pure GM standpoint. Right? It's not like a coach mode or, you know, whatever, where you can play the games too. I just don't enjoy playing the computers because it's too easy. Now, obviously, there's a different difficulties, but it's just boring. So, GM mode for myself doesn't really make sense to upload again, unless maybe in NHL 18 they completely redo it. Now, it doesn't need completely redone, but it needs a lot of things fixed in order to make it a lot better. And that goes for Be a Pro mode as well, which was the next thing I wanted to talk about. And after the first, you know, year or two after you make it to the NHL, there's no progression to it. There's just you know, upgrading your character. Now you could score 100 points a year at an 81 overall and play on a really easy difficulty or something, and you'd still only be making like $1 million a year playing on like the third line. But with the, you know, if you get a couple of good games or a couple of weeks in a row, then you move up a line, right? And then another good week, and then you move up another line, or, you know, something like that. So where you move up to the first line, but you're an 81 overall, it's not really realistic at all. So pretend you go to Edmonton, right? And play with Connor McDavid, and you're a center, just say. If you have a couple of good weeks, and you outscore him the entire year, you'll be put on the first line at a lower overall. And you'll still be making, like, barely any money. Now, obviously, money doesn't mean anything in the Be a Pro series, or Be a Pro games, or mode, or whatever you want to call it. So, the money means nothing, but there's no, like, realistic factor to it. And I'm going to make a separate video for what needs to be improved on, you know, Be a GM and Be a Pro and stuff like that. But I just want to talk to you about, you know, my current thinking going towards, you know, recording more NHL videos. Now, like I said, there's Hockey Ultimate Team, there's Be a GM, and there's Be a Pro, which aren't getting boring to the fact that I want to stop playing it and play something else. but they're getting boring to the fact that I'm kind of been doing the same thing. And once NHL 18 comes around, I don't really know what's going to be in the game, but hopefully there's going to be something else that I kind of get, so I can kind of have like a third thing on my channel rather than just, you know, HoyT and then, you know, clips from, you know, HoyT competitive seasons and, you know, just HoyT in general that have, you know, dumb clips and, you know, good gameplays and us talking about stuff, right? So I want to do something a little bit different. And one thing I've been actually playing offline, I have not recorded it yet, is EA SHL. Now, I know a lot of people play this and have, you know, really top teams and really good teams, and a lot of people play together. But recently, I've played probably like 30 plus games of EA SHL, and I've been played a couple on my own. Plus, I've been playing with my brother a lot, which has been really, really fun. And not only has it been really, really fun, but there's the how do I want to describe it? The crap factor, I'll put it, to where passing's kind of broken. You know, people kind of play their own way. And again, I'll make a separate video just for EA SHL. But there's a certain fun factor to it that I don't get out of HoyT anymore for this game. Now, you could build the best team in the world. You know, you could be ranked, play online seasons. You could play competitive seasons. Now, the only reason I really play HoyT anymore is to try to get rewards from the competitive seasons. That's the only reason I really play. And I'm going to make probably another video, you know, just showing you guys my HoyT team kind of updated. Because a lot of these videos have more of my current team, but it doesn't really have my finished team as in right now. And with that being said, guys, right now the current state of NHL is the most boring phase possible. And, you know, the NHL 18 beta is coming up, I think in like a month, maybe less, I don't remember. But so we have that to look forward to. But right now everything's just getting really stale. And it's kind of that way for all of these sports games. Because once, you know, you get within that, like, I guess that summer period, that, like, free agency period, that, you know, that break period, that's the part where it gets extremely boring, and it's just kind of the wait till the new game and just play casually kind of thing. And before the last update, if there was one, maybe I'm just kind of going off nothing, but the game felt terrible. And not just did the game feel terrible, but obviously there's all those little things that I complain about, you know, sticks going through people's skates and, you know, penalties not being taken when they should be and, you know, stuff like that. It was the game felt so fast. Like, there was no heaviness to the players, right? So you couldn't, you know, cycle the puck around. You couldn't, you know, pass the puck. It would always just be who can outskate the other guy. Like, it was so much north-south game that it wasn't fun. Right, there was no cycle game to it. There was no get in the zone, work it around. You know, there was nothing. And that's the part that I like the most, is I can cycle around, work up a good play, and, you know, have some fun with it. But right now, they fixed it, I think. But before, it was just so bad. And right now, it was just so stale. But recently, you know, I'm probably going to have some new videos coming out, a different mode. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it's going to be. We kind of mentioned it briefly, EA SHL. I'm going to see if I can get some of that recorded. Probably going to play some with my brother, so it'll probably be a lot of just, not like me talking over the gameplay, but it'll probably be me more of like a live con type thing, with me and my brother talking about random stuff, maybe about hockey. You know, it is the free agency period, so we can talk about that. And maybe we'll go with that route. Maybe we'll do some HoyT. Do some NHL clips if they come out, and we'll do some EA SHL. I can't even say it properly. So on that note, guys, in the background, as you guys saw, we're up. I think it's 6-2. 10 seconds left. This guy's trying to desync, and he ends up sending me some messages afterwards, and I'm going to show those. So it was pretty funny. But on that note, guys, if you guys did enjoy, hit that like button, comment below what you guys thought of the video, and subscribe for more. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later.
Jumping off the porch like mom's not home. Just a couple kids living